The top our news here at 6 o'clock, an age-old dream becoming a reality. A local inventor has discovered a way, hear this, to use water to run your car.
It's a major breakthrough that will no doubt make motorists happy. And as Ralph Robinson explains, the Pentagon is also showing lots of interest in this project.
Yo, what is up? It is your boy Asher back again with another video. Now, this video is gonna be crazy because number one, it's a conspiracy theory, and I know I have not posted one of those in like 10 billion years. Like, it's been forever, and you guys have been wanting a conspiracy theory. So I mean, here we go. We got the conspiracy theory. And also there's a lot of correlations in this story, like compared to me, like my lifestyle and this guy's lifestyle were like very similar in some ways. So I was like, whoa, like I was like really shocked. But anyways, let's get into it. So this story takes place in Ohio, and straight up right there, you know, like I am from Ohio, number one. So that's something just to point out. And this guy, his name is Stanley Meyer. And now Stanley Meyer was born in August, just like me. Like, we were both born in August. So he was born on August 24th, 1940. Except for that part, I mean, of course, I'm a lot younger. Of course. But anyway, so he was born in 1940. And Stanley, just like me, is a twin. So I know you guys probably don't know this, but I actually have a twin brother. His name is Aston. See that? You know, our names are so similar. But anyways, just like him, I have a twin. You know, we both have twin brothers. Stanley, he attended Ohio State University, and then soon after he decided to join the military. Now, there's no correlation there because I didn't do neither of those things. Just another correlation as well, you know, he was always a builder. Like, he always made stuff. And that's just like me. Like, I am a builder to some extent, especially growing up. Like, I used to make cars. I used to make projectors, like movie projectors. It was just crazy. Like, even though some of the stuff was made out of cardboard, I mean, keep in mind, man, I was like 11, 10 years old. Fast forward even further in his life, right? So this guy, you know, keep in mind, so this is 1975 at this point. He's like 30 something years old. And, you know, there's a lot of like things going on in the United States. Like, the gas is going up. You know, there's a lot of fossil fuel, a lot of this pollution that's going on right now. And he's like, I'm done with this. You know, I'm fed up with this. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I mean, if you're ever gonna invent something, you gotta have some purpose, like some like why as to why you're doing this, like some strong reason as to why you're doing this. So you can imagine he was probably fed up with a lot of the gas prices and just overall just how the United States was doing at that time. Because, I mean, shoot, he later goes on to develop something called a water fuel cell. Now, a water fuel cell ultimately was a motor, but it was powered by water. So it was like no fossil fuels, no gas, no all that stuff. It was straight water that was being powered by. So he put that in his car. Like, he just made like a little car replica, and he put that in there, and it worked. Like, it was really good. You're probably wondering, like, how exactly is this gonna work? Because it's water. So the water fuel cell purposefully split water into its component elements. So it's a split the atoms. You know, it was pretty effective in doing that as well. And the hydrogen and oxygen. I mean, we all know what water is made of. Hydrogen, oxygen, all that stuff. But hydrogen was then burned to generate energy, a process that reconstituted the water molecules. So there's a lot of science behind this. I mean, I know a lot of you guys don't want to hear about that science, so I was like, shoot, you know, I'm not putting this in the video. But, you know, this is all just to entertain you guys, so, you know, I don't want to make it a whole science class. But, you know, just like any great invention, there's always people that want to tear it down. There's always people that just want to take that credit too, you know. So there's a lot of legal problems after he created this invention, and he faced a lot of threats, a lot of things like that, because, like, think about it, like, this is revolutionary. Like, if you, let's say, like, you created a cure for cancer, and there's like 4 of you on the planet or something like that, like just like a small percentage of people that have done what you've done. Like, best believe there's gonna be the whole medical department, like everything, business, it's gonna affect everything. So there's probably gonna be people who are gonna come and try to assassinate you, or like try to steal something, or try to win something in court, because like they don't want to lose their business. And that's a huge business. Like that's a huge business to get into or get out, like that's billions of dollars we're talking about. Trillions, in fact. That's like trillions of dollars. So just put it in that perspective. Like, he created something that's revolutionary that not very many people have done. So as a result, I mean, there are people who are like trying to get his head, like they were trying to kill him. I mean, it left him to be very paranoid and very like scared of his life. And that's reasonable, because I mean, once again, like this guy created something crazy. It's like people are investing into his product because, I mean, once again, it's crazy. I mean, I would invest into it too, because this is 1993 we're talking about here, or 1990s, if you want to call it. And no one has really done anything like that. So there are people who are investing $300, well, $300K, $300,000, whatever you want to say, $300,000, or just, there's some people that even invested millions of dollars into his thing. And unfortunately, due to like all the court fines and all the legal illegal things that were like that they claim was illegal, a lot of legal troubles that went on, a lot of the investors had their money sent right back to them, which sucks for the inventor, because like, man, you could really use that to make that bigger, make that vision bigger. Later he was recognized and rewarded by the national and international organizations and was elected Inventor of the Year in Who's Who of America in 1993. Unfortunately, the story doesn't end there. So, one night, him and his brother, they're celebrating his success, and they invited two business people. Now, these two business people were from Belgium, businessmen. They were from Belgium, and they were like impressed, overall with his invention. And they went to Cracker Barrel to celebrate. And that's crazy, because I actually work at Cracker Barrel. Like, I'm a server at Cracker Barrel, and that's a big correlation right there. Like, come on. But anyway, so they go to Cracker Barrel, they eat or whatever, and I believe that the two businessmen had to leave early, but they all had cranberry juice right before they left, and they all drank. They toasted like a toast. They did a toast, and then they all drank it, and then he drank it. They all drank it. Stefan drank it. Stanley drank it, and like it was crazy, because once they were done with that, Stanley just ran out the room, and he was like yelling like they poisoned me, and like they were just like, the business people, like they were gone by then. And his brother's like, before that, they were like, he was like, what's going on? Like, you're throwing up, you're doing all this stuff, like what's wrong with you? And Stanley was like, they poisoned me, and he was just yelling that, and while he was throwing up, and then he collapsed, and then he died, which sucks. And it's like, man, like there's really people out there to get you, even when you're trying to do good, man. Like the next day, Stanley's brother calls the two businessmen. He's like, hey, my brother just died the other day. I don't know what to do. Like I'm sad. He was just pouring out his heart to them, and the two business people was like, they had like no remorse whatsoever. Like they were not at all like sad or anything like that, which is crazy. And that led me to believe like they ultimately were behind this, because I mean, come on, like they left before all this happened, and they were both at the same place. Like they were all together until they drank the cranberry juice and they bounced, like they were out. But there's a lot of conspiracy theories behind it. Anyways, if you like this video, make sure to click on this video or this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.